Hello everyone and welcome to Hutch's Garage for episode 40 of my 1954 International Harvester Farmall Super MTA tractor restoration. In episode 39, the tranny cover was removed. In this video, we take a look at the underside of the cover and then reinstall the cover. Please note that this video footage was taken at an earlier date. I want to give an update on the transmission and rear end cover for the Super MTA. Let's look at it. So I've got the cover upside down, and I wiped and cleaned as best I could. You know, some of the oil is splattered up there and kind of turned black. I couldn't get this area here clean. The shift bars and fingers look very good. I went ahead and put grease on them here. I ran them back and forth. And then ran them back and forth with grease on there. I decided not to take those out. There was really no need. Detent balls, also greased them down in there and worked things back and forth. And then I wiped the contact surface for the gasket with a rag and lacquer thinner. Before that, I used a wire wheel and wired off any rust or anything like that. Back here, I wiped down the transmission box as best I could down here. Try to get some of the black out of it. There's a few places where it's still in there, but the general crud is gone. And as we said before, these gears are in excellent condition. Going back here to the rear end to the differential and the pinion gear there. I wiped down underneath there. Wiped that area underneath the independent power takeoff shaft. And wiped the gears off somewhat. There's still a little bit of residue here and there, but it's not enough to make a big difference. It's going to be cleaner than if somebody just made a transmission fluid change. I found out that there's a pocket down there that's lower than the drain plug on the back and also on the front of the transmission. So I had to wipe up that excess oil and take it out. So we're looking at the independent power takeoff unit right there. That's the area where the planetary gears are, and the bands are under this in the back part back here. Okay. I also wire wheeled the surface for the gasket contact, cleaned up the area around the pins, and then wiped it down with a rag and lacquer thinner. And it should be ready to take the gasket now. There's an area there where there's a little bit of residue. I bought a gasket instead of making my own. Squatch 253 would probably be cringing and his eye would be blinking. But I bought the gasket from Steiner, and that's what I'm going to do. To each his own. So there's where I stand right now. The next part will be putting the gasket on and the top cover. I'm ready to put the transmission cover and rear end cover on. Now I've got it leveled up, hopefully lined up to go straight down. I've used this Permatex black to put seal. I put seal under the gasket and I did it on top. I had a heck of a time with these tubes. I need a pump cartridge instead of using these. So I'm going to lower this down now. I've got a long bolt here with the head cut off right here by this pin, and one at the back to line it up as we come down. I've got the transmission gears kind of close, but I'll have to make a final adjustment when we get most of the way down. missed this one. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's look at where the alignment is on the gears. Let me get a screwdriver just in case I need to move it a long one. Looking good. The gear needs to go back just to here. Whoop, too far. Hard to see in there right now. All right. I think I'm lined up. All right. Always had trouble with this pin. Let's get the shifter. Make sure the gears are moving. All right. That looks good. Right. Those are down. So I need to get a rubber mallet. Yep. That pin. Let's check the other side. And we're down. So the bolts that go in here, along here, I'm going to put sealant at the top of the bolts. I'll put grease on them, but what I'm going to do now is just bolt it down, hold it down, and then by one I'll take them out, put the grease on, and put the sealant so water doesn't go down into around the bolt holes. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll do that off camera.
That's all the time we have for in this episode. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Please continue to join me for the next episode as I restore and rebuild this 1954 International Harvester Farmall Super MTA tractor.